is having a blessed evening. I am having a blessed evening because you know why I'm having a blessed evening? I'm about to do this topic. Let me tell you something. All around the world, you got these schools, right? You got these institutions, right? Supposed to be a higher learning. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're going to talk about it, basically. We're not going to talk about the public schools. I just want to focus on these higher learning schools, right? Let me tell you something. These higher learning schools have stolen legacies in it. And what I mean by that stolen legacies, it's from the indigenous people of the earth who taught science, chemistry, architect, mathematics, and all of these curriculums, basically, that's watered down based on the first people that was in civilization, which is us, right? That was blessed with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That was blessed and installed with special abilities, right, to bridge the gap between this life and the next world, right? So we're talking about basically the physical aspect and the aspect of education in these institutions, and these how these institutions was built. A lot of our institutions was built inside the earth because we didn't want people to know all of our secrets and all of our gifts. It was built in the earth, right? We didn't display basically outwardly to everybody so everybody can see, right? It was sort of like hidden. So our institutions was built inside the earth as we progress in civilization of educating one another, physically, mentally, spiritually. We were the first people basically that thought of mostly everything that we see, right? Black people invented everything. So with this right here, with this book right here, what it teaches that all of the invention, everything that everybody's doing now, and the things that was procreated before was procreated by the first people in existence, right? And this was before Christ time. This was before Christ time, right? So based on our knowledge and our research, what's been passed on in the bloodline of the descendants, a lot of us been debased to garbage. What we see right now, the shootings and the killing and the drugs in our neighborhoods, in our school system, public school system is dirt, is garbage. You see how it's going, right? It's violence, it's drugs, it's shootings and killing, and all of these other things, right? As other civilization flourish off stolen legacies, off stolen knowledge, meaning over here in the West. The West is our land. Believe that. Just like I told you, all civilizations, right, backdoor the indigenous people, meaning the indigenous people is us. This is our land. We've been over here in the West. We call America. We've been here, right? We've been here. All of these institutions, all of these buildings, everything that you see over here in the West that we call America is built upon, right, our civilization, right? There's layers upon layers underneath. There's a city under the cities. You understand that? Our institutions and our pyramids and tombs that we procreated is actually inside the earth. Hidden secrets, right? Mysteries based on gaps of this world and the next, basically. And civilization as we flourish as people because we was blessed with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding with special abilities from the creator himself through the bloodline, right? So there always has been a big campaign to kill the indigenous people because this entity and help flourish other civilizations. Once other civilizations, right, was put on to us, they also backdoor us. We taught all civilization, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And through the ages of time, and through killing our elders, right, and leaving the descendants, which is us, in existence, we lost space, time, and effort, and movement, because there was nobody there to teach us. We was taught by dumb, deaf, and blind, meaning the people that so-called was to kill and destroy and murder, death, kill our elders so we can pass on. But what you cannot do, you cannot kill the very bloodline. You don't know the secret arts on where the creator is going to wake up the bloodline, right, of being dumb, deaf, and blind. This is an actual true fact, and I want you to realize and understand this from a point of view of the descendants of the ancient ancestors. Right? So we know here that we did this. Every invention, every chemistry tool, everything, the telescope down to everything was co-created by us, the indigenous people, by the indigenous people. Don't forget about this, Africa. I want your guys to basically wipe this out right here, Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Everything came over here in the West. The West. But I understand why they put this here is because to bridge the gap of understanding, because to find out who we are. Right? We are not African. We've been over here in the West. We've been here. We had to settle in with the African because our bloodline was getting wiped out, right? And we had to save this bloodline, right? So you see this right here, the destruction of black civilization from the beginning. If you look at this right here, you can see that the destruction, right, and the rise of other civilizations. This is exactly what happened to us. This is exactly what happened to us. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we have to understand from a point of view is that we've been debased. We've been debased. We are the enemy, and all we have is each other. All we have is each other. And we are bricks towards one another. So that's why when you kill one of us and we kill one another, it's like you kill thousands and thousands of people, that one person, because that one person has gifts and intelligence that's installed each and every one of us because of the bloodline of the sacred bloodline. This land is a holy land and it's sacred. And this is why everybody and anybody want to come over here to this holy, blessed land called America. This been our land. We always fought for this land. Always fought because this is our land. They brought the Africans enslaved the Africans. This is an actual true fact. The Africans enslaved the Africans in Africa for fame, fortune, and riches, meaning of gold and minerals was there, right? After they conquered certain villages, right, in Africa and killed off the chiefs there and killed off the main people there, they enslaved everybody and the women and children and sold them off. That's exactly what happened, man. Everybody's not going to tell you that, but this is the truth. This is the truth. And this is why the descendants, right, and the indigenous people of the earth over here in the West have lost identity because our elders been getting, our elders was being eliminated, right? The bloodline been killed off. But right, when you kill off the elders, you only have the descendants, you only have the babies. So the baby's not being taught, but in their very bloodline, there's secrets, there's benefits, right? There's mysteries, right? And there's future. Between this life and the next is the gap. So once you destroy that and you plague it, there's no future for this civilization. But there's a future for other civilization that do what? That steals this. Stolen legacies. But we're not from here. We taught all of these civilizations. I want everybody to know and understand. We respect, right, our scholars, our archaeologists that's amongst our civilization, basically. We respect them. But some of our elders got it. I'm not saying got it wrong. They need to go back to the drawing board because the West is the foundation of civilization of mankind. We are the fathers of civilization over here in the West, what we call America. And the Middle East is the mother of civilization, which birthed all civilization in the second coming of human beings, of mankind's existence. That's the second coming, right? But over here in the West, it's the first civilization of mankind. This is why we are so special. This is why in our very bloodline is the secret arts of inventing, of procreation. And we spread it out to all other nations and civilizations. But we are looked upon as trash. You understand? It's been a big campaign, whether physically, mentally, spiritually, to keep us debased. And these institutions, right, is keeping our children debased in our neighborhoods. We got some of the most smartest, some of the most intelligent, right, futures, and right, and this life and in the next, that have understanding of certain things that can lead us to the force. But if you got these individuals that stole teachings and civilizations and education from other civilizations and debase others, they're going to be a leading force of their civilization. That's why I said all of these civilizations have backdoored us and led a campaign to destroy us. He's sitting up there talking some nonsense. And this is who we are, right? Black people are the indigenous of the Americans. That's who we are. This is an actual true facts. This is we've been here in this land already. We didn't come from Africa. We didn't come from off boats. We was here already. We was here already. And I want people to understand that, you know? And it's going to take a lot to understand, to rewrite history, to rewrite certain things. And I want to share a little knowledge with y'all. I want to share a video, right, with your guys. And y'all take it from there, man. And this is actually true ignorance that is plaguing our system all around the world, which individuals are foreign in this country. They don't supposed to be here. And let me tell you something. None of these civilizations that's over there are supposed to be here. Everybody's reaping the benefits of this blessed land and this holy land. Everybody. While stepping upon us. While dismissing us like trash and garbage. I'm telling you. Man. So let's get into this.
Math.
And Mariela Garcia Ramirez. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a neurosurgeon.
When school starts in a couple of weeks, there'll be first-year students at Stuyvesant High, one of the most elite schools in New York City, one of 8 so-called specialized public high schools ranked among the best anywhere in the country. But Jada and Mariela will be among a small percentage of Black and Latino students offered admission to those elite schools again this year. Just 10% in a city where Black and brown students make up more than 2/3 of all public school students.
My middle school is mostly Black and Latino, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel about not having people that share the same experiences as me. I don't have any problems with that. I just don't know what to expect.
At Stuyvesant, the demographics are even more skewed. Of the 762 students offered admission, 7 are Black, 20 Latino, 158 white, and 489 Asian. The student makeup in the city's top public schools again raising questions about the admissions process based on a single 3-hour standardized test. Just over 100 questions, math and English. Students scoring highest get into the best schools. Why should a single test be the determining factor for who gets into the best
lying.
schools in New York City?
He's lying.
The most objective way to determine an admissions process.
He's lying.
State Senator John Liu, a graduate of one of the elite schools himself, is a staunch defender of the process. It was created by the legislature in the 1970s with the goal of erasing unfair, subjective admissions policies to top schools. Over the years, critics who want the schools to better reflect the racial makeup of the city have proposed changes, but those have failed.
Many in the Asian community feel besieged by this issue, and the only solutions offered have been demonstrated to decimate the Asian American opportunity for these schools.
Why do you think this community does so well on that?
Listen, and I'm not being biased. I'm coming from a spiritual point of view. All of the Asian, all of y'all all foreign in our land. Y'all all foreign in our land. We can't come in your land, right, and hold court there and delegate on how things supposed to be done. You understand what I'm saying? All of y'all came over here and destroyed the descendants, right, of the ancient ancestors, basically. And we are the ones that taught you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in mathematics and chemistry and science and everything else. We taught you that. We was the first individuals, the indigenous people right over here was the first people in civilization that practiced medicine, that practiced what? Open heart surgery, open brain surgery, any other surgery over here. This is documented in scriptures. This is documented in the hieroglyphs. This is documented in our wars and our pyramids, especially over here in the West, because the West is the foundation of civilization. Why do you think everybody's coming over here in the West in America? Because America is the blessed land. And this land was blessed upon us by the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything existing, the Almighty. We are the hand, actually hand of the Almighty, which endowed us with special abilities, special knowledge, and special gifts to keep the balance upon the earth through knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We are not here to kill and destroy and murder people. Do you understand that? But everybody became jealous that the knowledge and wisdom that we have and stole them from us and killed our elders. This is exactly what happened. I'm going to call it like I see it, man. I'm going to call it like how I see it. So now you got this individual that's upholding this for years and years and years. And he's going to defend that because what he did, what these individuals did, they used the birthright. By coming from other civilizations and having babies over here, that makes you a citizen. You are not a citizen. All of y'all are foreign. All of y'all are foreign. You do not supposed to be over here picking off our secrets, right? And our mysteries that's in the earth and gaining benefits off it. And this been going on from generation, and keeping our civilization dumb, deaf, and blind while you do what? Have technology, have inventions. How do you think you getting that? From our very DNA, our very blood, because in our very DNA and blood lies the platform and lies the path to this world and to the next. You understand what I'm saying? Because we are blessed and gifted. That's just how it is. You became jealous and envy and hatred after we taught you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You backdoored us, right? And use us as guinea pigs. As your civilization keep going. And it's perpetuating. But I'm here to bring knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And see, this is why this is not getting a lot of views. This ain't getting a lot of views because this is controversy. And you've been doing this for years upon years. So now that this birthright has been eliminated, now it's exposing your individuals for who you are. And been centuries you've been doing this for years and years and years. As your progress in the future and keeping, right, our very communities down, plaguing us with drugs and alcohol. It's been a big campaign to do this. All of y'all backdoor this. And you're not going to uphold the agreement because of the descendants, because we forgot who we are. That's why they laughing at us. They think they from Africa. Let them think they from Africa. They dumb different bond. We've been here over the West. We've been here in the West. We've been here in the West. We've been here when this continent, when the whole earth was one giant continent was one giant land before it was split after the flood of Noah. Peace and blessings be upon them. This is an actual true fact. And you know it, and you teach it in your schools. We know this already. It's already in our bloodline. All right? We spiritual beings, and we always been spiritual beings. And blessed with knowledge, wisdom, understanding, the mathematics, the science, the chemistry, the creator blessed that upon us with limitation. He blessed it with limitations. And once you learn his ways and actions, you backdoor this, just like all civilization.
Test.
I think it's just academic preparation. And so the academic rigor that is demanded by many of the Asian parents, particularly the more recent immigrants, I think it's unparalleled.
Admissions policies at the country's top universities under a new spotlight after the Supreme Court ruling banning affirmative action, diversity, legacy, standardized testing, and extracurriculars all being heavily scrutinized. And it means more attention on the top high schools feeding those colleges as well. Many are private with opaque admissions policies. But in New York City, for thousands of top students in the public school system, it comes down to this test.
I'm not against the test. I'm against these students not being prepared for it.
Allison Schilling.
I'm against the test because the test is biased, and the test is of stolen legacies, and the test is of trickery. That's what the test of. The test is of trickery and is biased, right? And stolen legacies, stolen knowledge that have been around for ancient years. Basically, that's stolen from over here, stealing over there, and putting trickery. This is an actual true fact. And these mathematics, right, was blessed upon the indigenous people, right? It's stolen legacies, it's stolen mathematics, it's stolen chemistry, it's stolen science, it's stolen everything, right? Which is plaguing our communities, our descendants. This is an actual true fact. Yes, it is. Yes, I'm against the text because the test is biased and it's disrespectful. And you know it's mixed in. And you know it's mixed in to mislead. Of course, these children is not going to be able to basically understand this test because they have no knowledge of it. Because they're not taught this in our homes because we've been what? We've been dumb, deaf, and blind upon society and our communities. This is an actual true fact why we practice gang system, why we practice shoot 'em up and bang bang. This is an actual true fact, and I'm not coming at us. I'm just bringing awareness to us that we got to do right. We got to get on track, man. Because we are fighting the war physically, mentally, spiritually. This ain't no joke, man. This is not a joke. This ain't no joke.
Runs Navigate the Maze, an academic enrichment program attended by students like Jada and Mariella trying to get into the city's most elite schools.
And I don't blame the schools. You have 25, 30 kids in class.
Do you think the solution is what?
Finding students that can handle the work, who are highly motivated, that want to do it, and teach them the concepts.
Students like Mariella, ready to start a new adventure in September.
I will admit that there will.
Peace, y'all. Peace.